So I just got a package in the mail. Look at this. It's like unwrapping an awesome gift. Oh no. You know how upsetting this is right now? I hate these fucking noodle things. Really? That's crazy. What? This, in case you can't figure out, is the steering wheel from, I believe, the Hellcat and Jeep SRT8, I believe, has similar. Look at this. I hear a cat in the background. It feels so good. It's a lot, you hear the cat? I'm gonna kill him. It's a lot thicker. And these, cat, these are a lot better. These are the way it's supposed to be. Gotta take this off to get under here.
Well, I subscribe to the theory there are dumb questions. Why do you have to take that out for? The steering wheel.
I gotta unplug the battery.
Oh.
Alright, you know, side note, this thing's awesome, but it's a bitch when you want to work on the car. So, what I've read, I'm no pro at this, but I've disconnected the negative terminal, and basically I'm going to let that sit like that for about 5 minutes, which it's been. Now, this is the steering wheel I'm putting in, as I've shown everybody in the video. I just want to point to this. On both sides there's these tiny little holes. Now from what I was reading, people were saying they're using hex. I guess just try to find a size that goes in and out, in and out. Pervert. And then it's on both sides. We're gonna go inside here, and this steering wheel, this is the stock one. This has the hole here, and there's another one on the other side. So we're gonna put the hex in there, and basically we're gonna try to do that method to get the airbag off. Like I said, we're gonna take some hex tools here. When you put it inside of that little hole, you're gonna have to know to like bend it forward or back. I think if you keep it forward a little bit and push in, you'll feel resistance. You gotta just keep pushing it until you feel resistance. Okay, so when you push it and there's resistance, say resistance one more time. Resistance. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Biggest bitch ever. Alright, when you're sticking this in to pop that spring, this is the tiny little hole you're supposed to get into, and there's a spring that's in here. See that little silver thing? Zooms, focus. Nope, no focus. Fucking camera. There's a spring in here. Anyway, that spring is what you're gonna feel. You feel that tension? You'll know you're on the spring. You literally have to reposition this a million times. Little tiny asshole. All that trouble. Like 30 minutes. Alright. Now, gotta unconnect this shit. Okay. So. No. We're gonna unhook these things here. So let's start with, let's just twist this so it's facing correctly. Alright, we got these little tabs. They need to come up like that, and like that, and then this should come out and out. Alright, these are color coded. Thank God these are color coded. As you can see, like a teal yellow. Then we're going to disconnect this, which I believe has something to do with the heated steering wheel. I guess that just comes out of there, and apparently it's supposed to just come out of this like that. Pull these two red pieces off, and just try to remember the curved one goes closest. The curved one goes into here. Okay, so airbag's off. Okay, that was kind of harmless. This thing is like floppity dopping all over the place. This is what you're left with right now. Dangling two wires, 10mm Allen socket, and some connectors that we're obviously going to have to take these connectors off. And I believe we're transferring this to the new one, which oddly enough says SRT on it. 5.7, 6.4, okay. So all that shit transfers, so we have to go get a 10mm Allen. So this is the setup I'm going to be using. I have a 10mm Allen. I have an extender, and this is my small little version of a breaker bar.
Allen thinks they get a better grip, but oh, you got it. Not bad.
I mean, it was on there. Oh, that bitch was on there though. Okay, bolt out. That's gonna loosen up this shit, and now this, oh good, comes right out. So I'm guessing what we're gonna do here is just poke these through the hole, because these will go, these are going to go back on the other steering wheel. It's very hard to do with one hand. So I finally got the steering wheel off. Just want to show you what everything looks like. From what I'm seeing, basically we're looking at it, everything's the same. The only thing is I have to disconnect this piece so I can hook it onto this piece. Alright, I feel stupid as hell right now. So this was the little part that's been giving me trouble. And I guess when I'm playing around with wires that are this sensitive and small, and you don't know what they're going to be doing, and they're kind of near your airbag, you tend to freak out. So this, I'm going to put this flipping tripod down, and I'm going to show you, because if any of you guys do this mod, I don't want you to have to have the same stupid setback that I just did. Alright, so this was connected like that, okay? I didn't want to pull this. It wasn't coming out. It's not coming out. And just don't be afraid to have some force with it, is what I'm saying. So if you're feeling like this is an issue and you don't want to pull on this, just take these and grab on the actual plastic. Don't pull, don't push, like, don't squeeze these too hard, but just pull and it'll come off. I mean, obviously you never want to pull on wires because you'll mess up the connector, but you're gonna need this part. Now mind you, this is the old steering wheel. All right, so you're gonna need that part because you're gonna transfer a couple things to the new steering wheel. All right, so this part right here, I'm only assuming because they're red and stuff, I'm assuming that this part is maybe something to do with the heat, or obviously it's a possibility of just the airbag in general. So either one of those, I like that. I like the fact that I have an airbag that'll go off, and I definitely like the fact that I have a heated steering wheel. So you take these parts and that's it, connected. Okay, now there's one other part that's gonna transfer on the old steering wheel. When you take it off the center bolt, what you're gonna notice is that this is floppy. So basically this whole piece, like I said, it's hard to do. This whole piece comes out. It's got some weight to it. This will just go inside the new steering wheel. I'm gonna put this tripod down. You guys are crooked. Okay. This is you know, just the way we roll. This is the way we roll. All messed up, doesn't matter, right? So basically this is gonna go in here, and that's it. Simple. When this is bolted back down, right, that's what's gonna give it rigidity. Okay. Now as far as everything else goes, I was going to switch these with these, only because my car doesn't have buttons. I don't have, I'm assuming this is the active cruise control situation. I don't have that. Obviously I've talked about that in the past. I'm not a big fan of the camera. You know, it is what it is. But I really don't want to switch the, I don't want to switch it. Plus, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's very strange. Maybe it's just me. But this color silver looks darker. Which also means, well, here it looks definitely different. Which means this color silver is going to be darker than this, which means if I put these two on here, I've got a whole mismatched situation. And nobody wants a mismatched situation. Right? Not at all. Feel of the steering wheel. This is the Hellcat SRT or whatever steering wheel. It's thicker. It's actually noticeably thicker. You can tell, you know, this one feels cool and stuff, but there's a thickness difference here. Alright, these things are just wibbly wobbling all over the flipping place here. There is a noticeable There is a noticeable difference in the thickness and the texture that you're holding. The other one, the bolster is half of leather and half perforated. This is all. So it just looks so much better. I don't know why they call it a flat bottom. It is flat, but it's not that flat. It's not like I've had other cars, flat bottom or aftermarket flat bottom. It's not. It's not that much of a difference. Again, like I said, with the buttons, you know, that's the only big difference. But the biggest difference, give me a break here, come on. Look at this. Here's the biggest difference. These freaking paddle shifters. Are you kidding me right now? Look at this. These little nubs. I can't even with these things, dude. I can't with these little nubby nubs. That's no good. No good. You hold this, I'm telling you, look. Say I got this here. I can get my whole hand pretty much to activate this. On here, there's a difference. And these feel so much better. It definitely stands out more. It's an awesome freaking upgrade. And if this works out, I hope all of you consider getting it. You can obviously get the SRT airbag. I chose not to because, as I said, I will be putting something from Nate at Rebadge. It's going to be a custom little thing in there, and I think that's going to look awesome. This part of the video is just taping off the center dodge. I bought a replacement from Rebadge. I'll put his information, and I'm just taping so I don't scratch it, but I want to show something real quick on this corner. If you get in here with like a point, it actually lifts up. So I'm gonna work on this. Okay, I've got it to the point where I can get this under here. Okay, I mean, you are probably gonna have to break this. Ow. So I pretty much have my finger under there now. There's no turning back. This thing's a goner. Okay, so got a little bit of a bend. I'm just gonna keep working this little bitch until we get this thing off. So just keep getting it off. That's what we want. Oh, it's like a half of a Dodge. Okay, that part has 4 pain in the ass holes, and we use this tape so we don't mess it up. Now when my sticker comes, it goes right in there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I just want to cover a couple final points about this before I actually finish the install. Something like this, you know, you can always venture out on your own and try to do the mod. It's always better when you have some kind of blueprint to follow, so to say. I actually really like this. This is going to be such a noticeable difference. The actual thickness, this feels like a hefty big boy steering wheel. This is just sitting here. It's not tightened or anything. Everything should hopefully come together flawlessly. Like I said, the only issues I had were the spring. Just make sure you push hard enough, but before you push all the way, make sure you're getting a feedback. When you're putting the Allen in, make sure obviously you're putting one that's not too big to go into the hole. But when you're putting it in, make sure you're going and you're feeling a resistance first of all, then you know you're actually touching the spring. From there, it's a matter of, okay, push with enough pressure so that, you know, you're gonna be getting it to unlatch. If you push hard enough, I mean, what I did was I gently pulled. I didn't pull hard, I gently pulled as I was pushing the spring in, and I did one side at a time. Started over here and I went back over here. Once you get the first spring off, it will be a little bit more difficult on the other side, obviously, because it's not completely flush. Don't worry about that. Everything's gonna work out. You know, like I said, if you have any questions, you know, once this is all done, my comment section is all about helping people. My Instagram with the same name, it's all about helping people. I really love this channel because I get to speak with you guys and meet new people. You know, it's fun. This is a good thing for us. So let's install this and see where we go. Okay, so I put a little Loctite on this, and so far it's going in. I'm gonna have to switch to my torque wrench. And what I did was I looked online and I saw that people were saying to torque the steering wheel down to 45 feet-pounds. So that's what I'm gonna do. It seems nice. I've got a couple droplets of Loctite on there, as I said. We don't need a light for this. You hear my crazy mouth as it is. Alright, so we're just gonna start getting this nice and snug. What a camera angle, right? Professional. What I like to do is put 45 or whatever it is. See, that's pretty rock solid. Put 45 and a little extra, like, like give it a little, more. As I said, this is rock solid now. This gets pushed down. Let's see if I got my flashlight. I mean, you can kind of see, but actually, you know what? Flashlight kind of made it worse. This is nice and solid now. This gets pushed down. So now these connectors, obviously, kind of like when we took it off. This one is gonna go, so that's good. Now we got this little bastard. This little bastard's gonna go into here. Nice click. Always listen for clicks. Clicks are important. This is gonna connect to this airbag, as will these. We got these two connectors, like I said before. The first connector, and they're different sizes, by the way. One's small, one's big, so I don't know if it matters which way they go, but one connects there and the other one connects. So we got those two connectors on, if you remember. Now we're just going to plug those two middle things in. Just want to do one final note here. Make sure when you're putting this in that these clip down, not just one. I've had on my Mustang, when I put the first one in, I clipped it and I didn't realize it wasn't down and I had a light. So you gotta give it some force. Make sure both are down, it's nice and sturdy. What an awesome, awesome modification. Let's get up in this bad boy. What a difference. Again, this, I'm waiting for my custom badge, which is going to be a little different than that one. This feels so much better. That is amazing. I did a quick try. It works. It says it's shifted. I checked all of the buttons, everything works. The everything except for this, obviously. I don't have this. These all work. Horn works. Everything's perfect. I'm very excited. So one last note, when you're putting the airbag back in, there's resistance, lots of resistance, because the spring is, it's spring loaded, and it's a pretty thick spring. It's like a little tube, so it's gotta move. And there's these little metal like hooks that come out and over, so you have to attach this on there, but you need to go with force. So my suggestion is, you know, obviously I had the benefit of being able to try that on my old steering wheel first to make sure it went, but just give it a soldier boy, you know, the give it that and get that bad boy in there. It will go. Just make sure, on mine there was a wire for whatever reason that came down here. Instead of blending in, it was actually in. Just make sure when you're pushing this on that you're not hitting that wire and pulling anything. I'm telling you, you SRT guys, I'm jealous. You guys are awesome. Hellcats, you guys got it made. This is great though. Wow, what a difference. I'm telling you, it's got this little contour. It feels so much better. You wouldn't believe the upgrade. I bought this steering wheel from someone on eBay. I messaged him and I said, is this gonna fit? He said yes. I got my confirmation that I needed, which I recommend you all do. Never buy it first, and then he can say, oh well, this is excluded. Message him and say specifically, does this fit my blah 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 blah, and always talk about the year, make, model, everything. Even mention the engine size. I made sure I told him the whole thing with the 6.4, everything. So he said it would fit, and it does. So I bought this steering wheel for $499, shipped, free shipping. Okay, on the website for SpeedLogix, they're selling the steering wheel, I think it's $1,000, or yeah, $1,000, and then with the airbag, I think you're looking at, what is it, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800, something absolutely intense. Not even worth it. Not worth it. I would have never done this mod if it was that much money. 500 bucks, yes, that's still slightly pricey, but for a steering wheel, no, it's awesome. The airbag itself on eBay as well was, I think, $299 or $399. So total package, instead of like 18 or 1500 or 17 or 2000, I don't know what the heck it is. It's something very high. Instead of that amount, you're looking at like 800 something dollars, maybe $9 shipped, if you decide to have the whole steering wheel and the airbag. But like I said, SRT, I didn't want that route. I'm going a little bit different. I'm very happy with this. Once I get the badge, I'll put that on. I'll film that for a split second. I'll talk about a couple other things, and that's where we will end this video. So this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. And to be honest with you, I really wasn't going to have to make this video today after I saw what just came in the mail. But I'm sick and tired of having this on. As you can see, you know, this is the SRT steering wheel. Everything's on. Everything looks amazing. I'll take a couple pictures of it or whatever later and put it on my Instagram. But as you know, I've been talking about this being the last little missing piece in this video. Obviously, I just covered taking it off. I really want to get this video out. So I'm going to put what I have in here. Since it's just adhesive, it's not a big deal. I can always pull it out. I'm going to have him do another one for me. And basically, I'll show you what I have, and then we'll go from there. But this is what I got right now. Oh, it's annoying to look at right now. The Dodge lines, I wanted those on the far right side. So what I'm gonna have him do is move that. I wanted it to say SRTB and put the two angled lines on the side, on the right side, kind of like how the logo was, except my own little flair. And also that silver, it's like a white color almost. I'm gonna see if he can darken that up so that it'll match. And he also did something else for me, which is freaking awesome. So I love the guy, he's good. These are gonna be up here. So I'm gonna put those on real quick and just let you know what they look like. Okay, so this is what the steering wheel badge looks like, and on the back it's just adhesive. Just want to make sure. Oh, okay, wow. This is gonna look friggin' incredible. And because we removed the original logo, it sits super flush. And sizing wise, he did an amazing job. I'm very happy. If it will actually focus. Sizing wise, like I said, it's got a nice flush fit. Other than this, I'll obviously post what this looks like because I can't stand that. That's horrendous. But for right now, this is the way it's gonna look because I'm sick and tired of not having something there. I wanted to post this video. I hope you all enjoy it. It's very long, I'm sure of it. I'm not done editing yet, so that's that. I will do a quick thing for this, and then I'm done. What we're gonna do is remove this, and then we're gonna just install it like this. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's a little oversized for a reason, so it does catch some fabric, and we just basically we're gonna want to just cover everything. All right. What we're gonna do is just remove it. Very gluey. We're gonna just come on in here and we're gonna put that. We gotta be careful when you're pulling it off to make sure. That's the only problem. Go very careful. This is not something you want to rush. Awesome. Boom! And that's that. That is most definitely that. So we'll just do one last quick little look. That's it, guys and girls. I think I got some different subscribers now. You know, variety's good. It's all good. Have a nice day. Goodbye.